Shalom, shalom. This is the brother Amawan from GMS London Forecasters coming to you with another lesson. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kwadash. Alright, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the leaders and the teachers of Israel today, man. And peace and blessings to the Archeum that's doing this work in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. And they're doing it in truth and in sincerity, man. You know, spiritually breaking down this wicked kingdom, man. All right, through the spirit. And this place is wicked, man. Don't ever think that, you know, when you've seen wickedness from these rulers, man, these devils, yeah. Don't ever think that you've seen it all. You've never seen it all. All right, there's no limits to this devil, man. All right. His wickedness has no limits. So I want to get into this article, and I want to try and keep it smooth. And by keeping it smooth, what I mean is I'm going to try and avoid, you know, any excuses for you know, these thought police on YouTube to try and you know, take this video down or whatever. All right. So I'm just going to read this now. So it says fluoride to be added to UK drinking water to cut tooth decay, chief medical officers say. This man right here, all right, this man is a liar, all right. Just looking at his face, you should know not to trust this man, all right. He's a snake, all right. That's all I'm going to say on him. He's a snake, all right. He's an Edomite snake, a damn devil, all right. You know, see, the thing is, these people are running on their own narratives, all right. Their narratives have become law. It's like they expect anyone with a brain in their head to just accept what they call science. But ultimately, science is a process of knowing, all right? And to know is to research further and improve on knowledge, all right? It's not a never-ending thing. And this man's argument is, it says, arguments against fluoridation have been exaggerated and unevidenced. Now, who is he? Who put him in the mastery of all that science? Just like Fauci, all right? Who put these guys in the mastery of what we know as science, man? All right? These devils, man, you cannot trust them. All right? There are numerous, hundreds, if not thousands, of articles, videos that you can see with reputable people in the scientific field, and they don't, you know, in who understand these things, that will tell you the opposite of what this man is saying. All right, but all of a sudden he is the Lord and Master of this truth, of what your governments, you people out there, you peons, man. Not talking to you, to the sincere, man. You know, they are your masters, man, and these people hang on every word they say. Think about this, man. I don't want to rant for too long, but think about this, man. They want to put this stuff in the water, right, to cut tooth decay. But I don't mind selling you and your children, you know, high sugar content foods, you know, processed foods and all these other things that cause obesity, you know, heart disease, cancer, tooth decay, all right. You know, food addictions, all these things, man. They could be focused on those, but no, what their resolution is to pour this stuff into your drinking supply, man. And I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to go into these articles and these videos, right? I just want to show you something. on the selection. Alright. Just look at all of these videos, man. Alright, I'm not even going to focus on them. These are just a few. Alright, so all these people are just making shit up, are they? Alright? They're all making shit up. Alright, Dr. Chris Whitty is the only one that is right, and everybody else is basically talking shit. Alright? Listen, man, I can't wait for Yahweh Hashem to come back, man, and deal with these devils, man. Alright, they need to be taken out. Alright, it says millions of people are said to have fluoride added to their drinking water after Britain's chief medical officers found they would help reduce tooth decay. That's some bullshit, man. Tooth decay is the biggest cause of hospitalization for children aged 5 to 9, and experts said that fluoridation would have half admissions. Now, how about stop eating sugary shit, brushing your teeth regularly, alright? And even so, even doing that, man, you know, you have to find a toothpaste that doesn't contain this shit, alright? There's natural fluorides, man. And then there's other types, alright? Sodium, alright? I'm not a scientist, so I'm not going to get into too much into the depths of things, man. Chris Whitty, the chief medical officer for England and his counterparts in Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland, said adding more of the mineral to water supplies would cut cavities by 17% among children in the wealthiest households and 28% among the poorest. They say it could also reduce hospital admissions for teeth extraction between 45 and 68%. Look at this damn devil. There is unquestionably an issue with tooth decay in the UK and an entrenched inequality which needs to be addressed. I said, as I always try to put it down to inequality. Man, what's that really focused on, man? That's focusing on the Jakes, man. All you Jakes. The poor, basically. It says fluoridation of water can reduce this common problem, the medical officers concluded in an evidence review published on Thursday. Listen, these people are just finding every means possible, alright? Every means possible to destroy the masses, man. All right, that's just the truth, man. If anybody still believes that these people are trying to help you, then you deserve whatever's coming to you, man. There is strong scientific evidence that water fluoridation is an effective public health intervention for reducing the prevalence of tooth decay and improving dental health equality across the UK, they told ministers. Fluoridation is naturally found in low levels in water and is known to protect teeth. I don't even want to read any more of this, man. It's all you've got is these Sajid Javid, man. They're just a puppet of these devils, man. Alright, they're using these heathens to further their agendas, man. Welcoming the statement from the UK's chief medical officers, Eddie Crouch, the British Dental Association chair, said every dentist will thank the CMOs for recognising the lasting benefits from fluoridation, water fluoridation could bring to the nation's oral health. However, these gains are purely theoretical without upfront investment. So, look, man, that's like your doctors prescribing you petroleum-based medicines, man, instead of what we know, what the scriptures tell you. All right, which is the natural ways. Dentists call for sugar-free schools. Oh, well, that's more like it. All right, that's more like it. Not let's not flood the water supply with fluoride to protect people's teeth. What else is it doing? What are you telling me when you ingest that? Yeah, it's only gonna do something to your teeth. Listen, man. Anyway, I've talked enough, man. Let's get some scriptures, man. Start. No. Let's just start here. All right. Ecclesiasticus 12, which comes out so often because it's what we're dealing with, man. Is a kingdom and rulers that constantly lie and are doing everything in their power to destroy you. All right. They have a track record to prove that. All right. Especially against the children of Israel. All right. I could go into all the things, but we know. Ecclesiasticus 12 in the Apocrypha. Never trust, and 10, never trust thine enemy, for as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Like, his wickedness ain't going away, man. He ain't just gonna turn around one day and decide, do you know what, I've been wicked enough. Now. It's time to stop being wicked and, do some good. Now, he can't do that, man. He cannot do that because he's created to be the wicked, all right? That's what he's been created by the Most High to do. That's what he's for, to be the wicked, man. Until his time of captivity and bondage and then destruction, man. All right, that's what he's made to do. He says, though he humble himself and go crouching, and that's what he's doing here. Giving you the impression that he's this is for you, man. He's worried about you and your children's teeth. More so your children. That's what he's really worried about. He's worried about your children's teeth. While the heads of these corporations, these guys manufacturing these foods and these sugary treats, are raking it in, all right? Instead of things like Coca-Cola and stuff like that, all right. Instead of them dealing with that, no, let's just carry on. We carry on eating and drinking this garbage. But the way to fix it is to just pour this stuff into the water and you can just drink it, and that'll fix your teeth. No, man, he doesn't care about all of that. It's just another scheme. It's as though he humbled himself and go crouching, acting like he cares, man. Being humble and look, this is all for you. We care about you. It says, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not altogether been wiped away. All right. Right, jumping down to verse 16 says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit, and will weep with his eyes. But if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, the scriptures are just spell everything out about this devil, man. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. Right? He will undermine thee, man. He's pretending, but really he's plotting and scheming, man. That's all he ever does, man. That's why the scriptures say, how is the things of Esau searched out, man? Because he spends a lot of time and money thinking of ways to be evil. All right? He's the greatest villain, super villain of all time. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. Just like you had, not to digress too much, but say you had that Keir Starmer, right, crying at that MP Lord Sir Amas, sorry, He's crying at his funeral, man. That's crocodile tears, man. That's the changing of the countenance right there. Trying to look forlorn and sad, you know. Don't trust, no, never trust that shit with these devils, man. Alright? Right, let's jump in here. Ezekiel 4 and 13 says, "And the Lord Yahweh said, Even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them." So, just basically saying that all the food and the drink and everything else that we are going to consume in our captivity is going to be defiled, man. Just even the simplest of things. Going to buy bread, you think your bread's just naturally made? It's got all sorts of shit in it. All right, you turn over a packet of whatever you buy in the supermarkets. There's 100 different ingredients in it, and half of them you can't even pronounce. All right. There's an ongoing mission to just get people to consume all sorts of crap, man. Especially Jake, man, because you look at Jake, man. Jake's as a whole, man. We haven't got it good in this world, man. Right, so we eat when we can eat and what we can eat. And our people sure love eating abominable foods, man, because they've been taught to believe that those abominable foods are luxuries, man, delicacies even. Hence why they're out there, cramming lobsters and crabs and shrimps down their throat. All right, thinking it's all good. But that shit ain't for us to eat, man. The heathens can eat that, man. That's not for us. That's that defiled bread, man. All right, let's get a few more before this gets too long. Deuteronomy 28:48 says, sorry, slack, I'll start at 47. No, so you know what, I'll just start at 45. It says, "Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee." So this is the curses, Deuteronomy 28, starting from 15 and on downwards with the curses, right? "Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and shall overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee." So we're not out of these curses yet, and we won't be until the Most High sends his son Yahweh Shai back to redeem his people, man. All right. It says, "And there shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever, because thou servedst not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, Slakia, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee." So, even down to the clothes we wear is defiled, man. We can't. That's why we can only keep certain laws, man. We can't keep the mixing of the fabrics law, or not the not mixing of the fabric. We can't keep that, man. All right. That's pretty much impossible for us right now. And the drinking of the water, man. Some drinks can't afford bottled water, man. They're drinking it straight out the tap. Right now, I'm in a fortunate position where I can at least buy bottled water. Okay. But that's a luxury for some people, man. All right. And not to mention the food, man. So we need to we don't create or manufacture any of this stuff, man. We have to go to these heathens, man, especially Esau. All right. Psalms 5 and 8 says, lead me, O Lord, in thy righteousness because of mine enemies. Make thy way straight before my face. Now, I was talking to some people at my workplace about this, and they had what is known as the fluoride stare, man. You know, when you tell someone something that is detrimental in society to them and their loved ones and their health and whatnot, and they look at you with this blank stare on their face of just totally not giving a shit. All right, that's the fluoride stare, man. It's basically telling you they don't care and they don't want to listen to what you got to say. They're basically waiting for you to stop talking. All right, because their brains cannot cope with the information, nor do they want to cope with the information. It says, yeah, make thy way straight before my face. It says, verse 9 says, for there is no faithfulness in their mouth. Their inward part is very wickedness. Right? You know, that's what they're thinking. They're telling you in one, you know, they're smiling in your face and they're plotting at the same time. All right? To plot in your downfall. It says their throat is an open sepulchre. They flatter with their tongue. You know, that's death, man. Destroy them, O power. Let them fall by their own counsels. Cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against thee. All right. I'll read this last piece. It says, but let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy because thou defendest them. Let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee. And you know what? Coming into this truth, man, all right, before I really got to this point of knowing about Yahweh Shem Yahushai and Israel and being Israelites and, you know, the so-called white man being Esau and all of that stuff, man, the Lord was showing me the wickedness of these devils, man. All right? He was showing me the wickedness of these devils, man. So, you know, you started to go, you know, learn about the conspiracies and all of this. So you knew that there were people out there constantly plotting to destroy this people on this planet, man, for their own benefit. All right, I'm gonna get one more, and I'm out. This Psalms 140. To the chief musician, a psalm of David, it says, deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. And there is a war, man. Spiritual warfare is going on right now, man. Physical, mental, and spiritual warfare all combined against the masses, man, by a very small minority of wicked men on this planet, man. It says they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. Salah, right? Yeah, man. Sharpen their tongues like a serpent, man. That's that forked tongue. Yeah? That forked tongue, man. Speaking lies, man. It says, keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purposed to overthrow my goings. Right? The proud have hid a snare for me and cords. They have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me, Salah. Right? So they're setting up traps, man, and all types of ways to destroy us, man. There's no getting around it. And no doubt, you know, if I was to really get on this and talk about the whole fluoride and all that stuff, YouTube will find some reason to, you know, to shut my shit down or whatever. But, you know, people, do your own research on that, man. All right, do your own research on that. They want you to believe that there's only one channel of information that you're supposed to get this, the truth from, man, and that's bullshit. All right, I'm just say that straight up. It's bullshit. But they're getting desperate now anyway. That's why they don't want you to they don't want you to talk about anything, because it's detrimental to their plots and their schemes and their plans. All the things they conspire to do against us. It's that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, they need to control the narrative now, because people, the information that they wanted didn't want to come out is coming out because they created all this technology, man. But really, that's the Most High, man. That's the Most High that's done that, man. All right. So yeah, that's it on that. All right. Lord, when it was edifying, man. See, the Esau's are ramping up now, thinking of more ways to add further destruction to the people, man. All right. So with that, once more, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Bashem Quadash. And Lord, when it's edifying, and with that, I'll say Shalom and what about the ball.